driving. No, 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 no. What the hell? Tesla, what the?
I'm actually been using the Tesla full self-driving trial, using it on the highways, city streets. I didn't try the other features like Summon, but I did try something like Auto Park. So I'm going to show you guys my experience with it and what I think about the full self-driving and how good it actually is and if it's actually worth the price. So let's talk about if it's actually worth it and give you guys my opinion on it.
All right, so we are going to, I think we're just going to go to a supercharger, somewhere that we can go and just test out the drive. Let's go into drive. Actually, let's just, will it? Okay, yeah, it says temporarily unavailable. I'm assuming because I have to get out and actually start driving. All right, so, all right, FSD's on. Nope. Oh, it wants us to turn. Do not turn. You cannot turn. All right, perfect. I think it's going to take the next turn. So, good. It knew it couldn't turn there. So, that's actually good. So, now it needs to turn on the right side. But there's debris right here. I think those were rocks. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see it, but those were rocks on the floor. So, I had to take over. And that's the problem with FSD so far, is that when there's potholes, debris, little debris, it won't try to avoid it. Obviously, something big enough that it could actually cause a crash, then it will avoid it. But certain things that might not cause a crash, but might cause damage to your car, it will just go right through it. Like potholes, there's rocks there, like big chunk rocks there. So yeah, those little things it will not avoid, even though it could technically damage the car, but not necessarily cause an accident. I always have to keep my hands on the wheel. I do take it off time to time just for you guys to actually believe that the car is doing most of the maneuvers itself. There's a car parked here that's not supposed to park, move to the side perfectly, went back on the lane as it should. Now we're gonna have to do a turn. The only issue I have with the FSD turns is that it's always very tight to the curb. I mean, it doesn't hit the curb, but it's very, very tight. All right, so parked here and go. Yeah, move with intent. It can see with the screen where it had to go. So someone's crossing the street diagonally, kind of jaywalking, slowed down for the pedestrian, then moved up, stopped for the pedestrian again, and let's see if it's gonna creep up or just go all the way. Okay, look like it's creeping up, sees that there's no one there, and it's gonna go. All right, so now there's a turn here with a stop sign. So we can see a human over here, but will it wait? Yes, it will. I think it will wait. So yeah, it's gonna wait for humans. It's gonna make the best decision possible, but it's not going to move as fast as possible. As you guys can see here, it's moving very slowly, trying to make sure that there's no cars coming on both sides. These type of intersections are very hard. Obviously, you can go. I'm going to push it so it can go because we could have went, and it took a little too long to go, so I did push it. So that's the second intervention right there. 2 interventions so far, not bad. Just a little slow in certain tricky situations. All right, so it's moving very slowly. This car turned. I think it wants to turn here, but cars can go forward. So it knows exactly when to turn. Did a very good job here, actually. So a lot of cars were coming straight at us and we had to turn. It knew that there was no car coming up and it went very fast to avoid another car coming in last minute. That turn was actually done very, very well. All right, so it did pass the stop sign. As you guys might be able to tell, we are behind the line because it wasn't very visible. But it's not bad because the crossing road for pedestrians is down there, but the stop line was behind us. So it is awkward that we are in the middle of the road. But again, not so bad. All right, so far so good. Doing a great job moving on the road. Bicyclists, a lot of pedestrians around here. It knows how to maneuver. So let's see, it does have to do a turn very soon. So let's see when it's going to do the lane switch. All right, moving very slowly, 27 kilometers. which is normal because we're about to turn here. Right behind the pedestrian, keeping a safe distance. All right, so we're about to turn right here. There is a pedestrian crossing. All right, so is it gonna turn? Let's see. All right, so it is turning. There's cars parked. Can it keep a safe distance? And yes, it does. Again, you only did 2 interventions so far, only 2. And the first one was because of debris. So there's some rocks there. So we're gonna hit a speed bump. It does not really slow down for the speed bump, but it didn't go too fast where it was very uncomfortable. So I'm not too sure if it actually slowed down for it. But right now we're going at 30. It does actually slow down, I guess, because we're going at 30 kilometers, over 30, and it slowed down and it's gonna ramp back up. So I guess it does slow down for the speed bumps. We'll have to test that again. But again, we only we only intervened for 2 things. The car moving very slowly at an intersection. I had to put my foot on the pedals for it to move. And the second was because of some rocks being on the ground. So there's crosswalk, there's humans, the car is not going. Let me push it and intervene. So it was moving very slowly. So I did have to intervene. So that's 3 interventions. 2 out of the 3 was because it was moving very slowly at certain intersections. It looks like the intersections, when the car is moving slowly, it's not too sure when it could go. That's when you're going to intervene a lot. I mean, it's just putting your foot on the pedal, but still, it is awkward. A lot of people are looking at you, wondering why you're not going. So it is awkward for you to see that, and you're going to have to deal with that. All right, so right now, this side doesn't have a stop sign, but we're turning over here, and it knew when to turn. So it turned very well in between 2 cars. So as you can see, the car behind is waiting for us, and we're here in the middle of the intersection. We are not literally in the middle of the intersection, but we're still like halfway through the lane. So yeah, we're between 2 lanes right now. All right, so let's see how it handles this turn. Again, the turns, it handles it very nicely, no issues at all. This was a very easy turn. I mean, we do have to go in here, so we're gonna have to budge in. Didn't do the best way possible, but hey, as long as we do it safely, that's what matters. It does look like taking exits or entrances to the highway, it does it very last minute. And I wish it just knew a little bit earlier when to take the different lanes or when to do different turns. But when it's exiting the highway or when it's going into the highway, very, very last minute. So that's another reason why I would say that FSD is just not there yet right now. We do have a little bit of a space here. I don't know if it's going to try and squeeze in, but it's probably going to wait for this car to move before it even tries to squeeze in because there's not enough space there. All right, so we're just going to wait here until the light turns green for us. And then from there, we can actually move forward and go to the Tesla supercharger. And that will be all for our FSD trip. All right, so it's still staying on this lane. I'm shocked. We're supposed to turn here. All right, now it's turning. Not bad. Could be a little bit faster. We're on a 50-kilometer road, but we're doing 20 kilometers. It has to turn here. Let's see. Oh, this car is turning as well. Okay. All right, watch out. Perfect. Great. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. What are you doing, sir? What are you doing? Oh, FSD caught that. Perfect. Great. That was actually pretty scary. What was the guy doing there? But FSD was able to actually stop. I was actually shocked. I was not sure where that car was going. So, I mean, I would have stopped earlier, but FSD was able to stop before getting impact. Now it's green, we can move. So, yeah, avoided a crash. That's actually a plus point for FSD, I would say. I mean, I know we deduct points for FSD for interventions, but this is a +1. The Tesla supercharger is just down the road there. I'm actually curious because it knows that we're going to a Tesla supercharger, but I'm curious if it's actually going to go into the parking lot there where the Tesla chargers are. Right there. Let's see what it does. Oh, this is a very assertive turn. Okay. Do not go here. You cannot go here. Turn. Yes, yes. Oh, that was very tight. That was very tight. No, 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 no. Yep, I had to intervene. So, yeah, I had to intervene because that car almost crashed. What the hell? Tesla, what the fuck? We almost crashed into nothing. Tesla, what are you doing? All right, so I had to take over here. Damn, I had to take over last second. That was annoying. That was literally annoying. Damn. I thought we could have had a great run. Oh my God. You know what? Since we're here, let's try and do the auto park actually. Oh, yeah. All right. So we do have auto park. All right. So let's see how auto park actually works. And this is going to be another piece of the FSD that you get with the free trial. So let me just put the brightness down just a little bit here. All right. So let's show you guys how auto park actually works. What you have to do is just drive around. The car is going to spot a parking spot. So it sees here the piece for parking, and you're going to have to click start. So it's not going to automatically just find a parking spot and just park for you. You're going to have to click start and it will start parking. So as you can see, it's moving. It's moving. I am looking at the cameras to make sure that it doesn't hit anything. Right now, it looks like it's going to hit this. It's very close to this. And it is in the middle of the line right now. So it's going to have to readjust. So the steering wheel is readjusting as it should. Readjust, readjust. All right. Now it's going to reverse. Not bad, not bad. Again, very slow. The front end there is very close, and it is very much at the edge of the line. I would give a little bit more space, but I mean, it did it. So let's get out and see how it looks. But yeah, so far, so good. All right. So far, so good. It looks like everything seems to be in order. Doesn't seem to actually touch any of the lines, so that's actually good. In between every single line here, so very good job with the Tesla Model 3. All right, so yeah, we did the whole drive with FSD, no issues. We almost crashed over there, but again, not bad at all. FSD did a very good job. So we only had issues with small situations. All right, so again, we had issues with the debris on the road. Another thing that we had to avoid was the fact that it was moving very slow in tight situations. So in those tight situations, I had to take over because it was just being uncomfortable. I mean, if you don't want to count it as an intervention because, I mean, I didn't have to intervene, then you can. But I would say it is an intervention because if it's moving that slow, you're just being a nuisance to the road and everyone around you. The other situations where I had to actually avoid something where the car was actually going to crash was right over there. Yeah. So that situation, I had to avoid it because it was going to crash, and obviously that was going to be a bad situation. So I had to take over for that. But there was another situation where I didn't have to take over, and FSD did a great job at avoiding a crash. But let me know what you guys think. I think the FSD is very capable, very great, but is it worth the price? I mean, $16,000 Canadian, 16000, or $7,000 Canadian for enhanced autopilot. Is it worth it? It's not worth the price because of the payment structure. I think the way that they should charge for FSD and enhanced autopilot is a per kilometer or per mile basis. So if, for example, 10 cents per kilometer that you use FSD, that will be actually a good way to use it, because if people are going to be using your service, they'll pay for it. Yeah, that's my lock sound. Sorry for that. But yeah, if people are going to pay for your service, they want to use it. If you're paying $16,000, you're not going to use it every day. But if you're paying for the amount of time that you use it, if your service is actually pretty good, you don't have to worry about people not using it. So that's my suggestion. pay per kilometer or per mile basis, and not necessarily a one-time fee or even a monthly fee. I know in the United States they have a monthly fee for $200 a month, but Canada, we don't have that yet. So yeah, let's talk about FSD. Leave it in the comments. What do you guys think about full self-driving? I know a lot of my Tesla fans must have full self-driving, so let me know in the comments what you guys think. I might do a live stream of actually using full self-driving. With all the bumps in the road, it might not be the perfect live stream, but as long as you guys can see with live everything that's going on with full self-driving with me, that'll be a cool experience. Just talk to the chat while the car is driving. I don't know, go anywhere we can and just have fun with it. But so far, let me know what you guys think about full self-driving. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Or do you think it still needs work, but you want to see it improve? All of that, leave it in the comments, and see you guys on another video. Peace.